So we starting off the movie with a woman giving birth, and 13-year-old me watching this for the first time was confused as I don't know what. I signed up to watch Superman, not a weak-ass episode of Grey's Anatomy. But then shortly after, Laura pushes harder than the baby's career, and out came the king of comics, Kal-El. This baby had literal animals outside even praising his birth. Now that's aura. Jor-El is then trying to tell the Council of Krypton that due to them harvesting the planet's core, it accelerated the process of the planet imploding, which is crazy because in the comics or other mediums, it was either Brainiac taking Kandor, which was a huge factor in Krypton exploding, or at one point a crazed axe-wielding maniac named Rogozar, who was the cause of the planet's destruction. But nah, it was just these niggas making all kinds of dumbass decisions. Jor-El is trying to convince them that they should start exploring more towards the stars to ensure the survival of their race, saying that the natural birth of his child is the answer. Bro putting out his hands like, nigga, I literally held the goat himself. A blast comes out of nowhere with Zod and his crew pulling up in the coldest way possible. This man wanted nothing but problems, pulled up and smoked one of the council members. I'm crying, this nigga just blew her shit smooth off. Then starts blaming the council for leading Krypton to the demise that is coming to, turning his attention to Jor-El trying to convince him to take his side. But after all that, Jor-El wasn't fucking with that idea. He thinking, even if I question this nigga once, I might get sent to a Michael Jackson concert. Nah, I'm good, twin, you keep doing you though. So Zod was like,
you a peacemaking ass nigga.
As Jor-El's being walked out by 3 guards, they get stopped by one of his droids. And when I tell you that this nigga Jor-El was moving like John Wick, people who haven't seen this shit wouldn't even believe me. The light was clearly too bright, backhand and leading into a headbutt, block, and a back strike, possibly paralyzing his ability to walk ever again. A shot immediately goes off with Jor-El maneuvering the gun and blasting Buddy Boy away, to then get met with a side swipe. Hold on, they really boxing right now. Dead-legged, pops this nigga and catching him with a swing. Like I said, this nigga is Krypton's John Wick. Tries talking to his wife just to turn around and blink down 2 more poor souls. God forbid he got powers. Runs outside and sees nothing but pure chaos and war ravaging all over Krypton. Looks up and screams, Appa, yip yip! With this winged demon pulling up out of nowhere. And might I say that even for this being a 2013 movie, the visuals still hold up in 2026. They got Krypton looking like a whole James Cameron Avatar scene. Jor-El pulls up at the Genesis chamber with the droid saying that this is breaching Kryptonian law. Jor-El told him to shut that shit up. Niggas blasting each other in the sky and you want to sit here and tell me about jaywalking. Mega dives into the water and reaches the codex. On some Indiana Jones type shit, this was not going to be an easy task. As soon as he reaches outside, he's already met with the gunship telling him to drop the codex or he's going to be sent to a Juice WRLD meet and greet. But Jor-El took no chances, just jumped off the ledge to get saved by Appa, flying away while getting chased and explosions happening everywhere, until Appa got grazed in the side with Jor-El telling this nigga to walk that shit off, making it back home and putting the codex into the machine. But both Laura and Jor-El find a world with the yellow sun. Jor-El like, oh yeah, they about to treat this nigga like LeBron. Laura was having second thoughts, and before Jor-El was about to tell her how fucking stupid she is, Zod and his crew start pulling up again. So they quickly put Clark in the pod and pulled the ultimate deadbeat parent move, abandoning their child. Cutting over to Jor-El suiting up, and Zod doesn't know what kind of ass beating that he's about to get from this man. Oh my god. Zod and his crew arrive, with Jor-El appearing out of the smoke like he's Batman. So you're just gonna roll up in my crib, blasting my door down and kicking your feet up? My nigga, do you know what you did? Jor-El starts telling Zod that his wife gave birth to a god. Zod really wasn't fucking with that. Look at this man's face. Tells his guys to blast the ship, but immediately gets blown away by Jor-El. Zod taking the gun, punching Jor-El. Jor-El was so petty that he uses the gun to cut Zod's face. I know that shit hurt. Zod was out here grunting in pain for 3 seconds. Both are struggling for the gun until Zod put that shit down. Gets blocked, arm taken, and face to wall. Got this man making out with pure stone. Weak, block, and block, with Jor-El playing patty cake with his face. Gut punch, Kazuya uppercut, and pushing him back. Jor-El was like, nah, I think we ain't done yet. Hitting him with the 1, 2, please stop. Nah, nigga. Another piece, got him in the side with the knee, kissing the wall again, and throwing his ass like an unwanted stepchild. Jor-El like, nigga, fight back, please. For a general, this nigga is actually ass. El hurt so bad that this nigga was twitching off the ass beatings, and Zod tries talking to Laura, acting like that's gonna work. Even she looking like, is this nigga serious right now? Presses the launch anyway for Zod to start tweaking the hell out, and pulled the ultimate sneak move, stabbing Jor-El. RP to my goat. Bro still put belt to Zod and held that L over him like the pussy he is.
I don't know what to tell y'all, bro. I'm simply just better than y'all niggas, and I'm simply just more known than you niggas. Get off my dick.
Zod ended up being put on trial for a treason against Krypton and was going to be sentenced to the Phantom Zone. But of course, this man does the one thing that he loves doing every single time. Tweaking the hell out, even going as far to spitting at the council. Bro hugged that Lugian for a long ass time, then turns to Laura and making threats towards her son, saying that he'll find him and that he isn't safe. You sounded a whole lot like, Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky?
Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky? Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky?
Freezing his ass up like Iceman, no Drake, and sending them off into the Phantom Zone. Now talk about the sins of the father laying at the feet of the son. Bars. The movie goes on showing us Clark's life as a child, to a teenager, and now as a grown-ass man. The size difference is insane. Ooh,
Pause.
One of my favorite scenes is when he starts learning how to fly. First taking a second to absorb the Sunny D.
Smooth, buttery Hershey skin, the Hershey complexion, the peanut butter complexion.
And leaping off in the air with big-ass jumps. And it seemed like he was getting it at first until...
Hey, bro, watch your jet. Watch your jet, bro. Watch your jet!
Getting back up from eating straight shit. Nigga lost so much ore after that, I'm not gonna lie. But he's gonna get his get back, trust. Putting his fist on the ground and lifting off in the air. I'm not gonna glaze this scene too much, but this was another peak Superman moment. But shit is about to get real. After saving Lois from turning into charred meat, they talked for a little bit until a spider senses kicked in and launched off in the air like there was no tomorrow. Literally leaving her ass in the middle of nowhere. You think she told this nigga that she was pregnant, justifying him leaving her ass so quickly. So Zod and his crew pull up to the Kemp farm and they really on that gang shit, basically trying to look for the sacred Kryptonian secret stash that they assume Clark is hiding, but they did the one thing that you do not do to any man on this earth, fucking with the mom. Zod really out here like, where your mom at, nigga? Straight disrespect. What does this nigga's mom have to do with your feud?
Where's the codex, bitch?
Man, fuck off. Mama Kent is a real OG. Even in the face of death, she just spits at these niggas. Zod didn't want to resort to pressing old bitches, so he looked over at Ferrora, and she wasted absolutely no time choking out Mama Kent.
So here's what you gonna do. You gonna walk up to your grandma and fold her, nigga. Yeah. You mean like you hit her?
Again, I really don't know what they expected to get out of her. All they're gonna get her is a cardiac arrest after all the sudden stress that they're just giving this poor woman. She looks over at the barn and Zod's like, yeah, buddy, hitting that Mordecai and Rigby ass signal. Flora tossed away Mama Kent like she was Logic's next upcoming album. Before Michael Jordan leaps over to the barn, full-on home invasion, and spreads open Superman's baby pod, Mario leaps back to Big Boy Zod and tells him that the stash is not here. And Zod legit crashes off for absolutely no reason. Pushing 50 and acting like a prime YN is crazy work, like bro, stop it. Zod is really trying to get fucked up like a white girl in a 2010 house party. Pulls up on Mama Kent like,
where's the Zaza, bitch?
Out of absolutely nowhere, Superman bum rushes Zod. His body is literally just dangling in the air. Nigga got hit by a train moving faster than the speed of sound. And shit just goes down here for Cardi from this point on. Clark plows Buddy through a silo. Pause. Bro really like, fuck the hardworking American people. This nigga needs his ass folded. Then decided to take his ass to the ground, pounding his face in repeatedly. You are not getting that Kryptonian kush. And both just rammed through a gas station, causing a collateral explosion. Gas prices are already at an all-time high. There's absolutely no reason to be fighting here whatsoever. It's always funny seeing the Avengers be like, yup, we really saved the day, guys. And looking like total apocalypse. Zod getting back up and tosses his cape. I know bro is just gasping for air after that. Okay, bro. Try that bitch ass shit again. Messes with the shiesty and bro gets to tweaking. What the fuck have you done to me? Bro acting like Clark laced the air with something more powerful than the Kryptonian kush.
Give me power.
Let's just say, I'm him. Clark just basically said,
I'm built different.
and Zod is just dying on the floor, nigga acting like a bug after getting sprayed with some Raid. Clark proceeds to talk shit until a Kryptonian ship arrives, about to pull a drive-by on my boy, blast him and send his ass going back. Bro basically got that Insomniac Spider-Man treatment. Two soldiers come out to help out Zod. Clark looks over and it's for a tag team and wait, is that Broly? Bro beat the hell out of Goku and was like, shit, maybe I can do it again with Super Fraud. They start walking up to each other. Clark like, get inside, it's not safe. Like, my nigga, even if they stay inside, they're still not safe. You just plowed homie through a silo and busted through a gas station. Take this shit outside where no one can be harmed. Like, what are we doing right now, bruh? Then a US helicopter pulls up out of nowhere and starts spraying, making Super and Sonic's way out of the way. But both Ferrora and Broly got that dog in them. Ferrora evades while Broly just takes the shit head on. I really don't know what bro thought this was. Nigga thought he was gonna get hit with some gummy bears. Bro gets back up like, nigga, that was light work. Basically skips to the jet and kills bro instantly. Ferrora peeped game and was ready to deliver a dose of whoop ass to the next victim. Jumps in the air, and I know the pilot was looking like this dog beam right here. Nigga just accepted the L, but let's just say if that were me, bro, I'm getting clapped by a baddie, it don't even matter. Cause Ferrora is fine as fuck. True definition of a muscle mommy. Superman instantly intercepted Ferrora, but oddly enough takes her ass to an IHOP. Clark gets back up hella dumbfounded. Bro damn near knocked his own self out. Without even a second passing, Ferrora aired the fuck out of Clark. Bro looking like, oh nah, I gotta show her how we get down in Kansas. If that food not ready, God help you. Tries to blitz Ferrora and, bruh. Bro, look at this nigga's face. Bro, nah, they did him hella dirty with that shot, bro. Nah. Bro, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Man, that's good. I slapped. All right, now where were we? Clark over here looking like, where am I? Turns around and Ford just starts talking down to my boy. Krypt City, bitch. Oh nah, she repping that Kandor City. Clark is clearly not from these Kryptonian streets, tries to press her shit and instantly gets put down in the saddest way possible. Bro was not finished spamming the same move, like nigga, this is not injustice. Goes for another blitz just to get caught in a chokehold, and pimp slapped the fuck back down. I know for enjoying this a little too much. Before all this happened, she was low-key checking Clark out. She thirsting for that Sunny D. She then grabs little bro and tosses his ass to another building, smacking into a bank vault, and Fora wasn't done talking her shit, so fuck wrong with him. Clark spamming his blitz for the third time, but it actually surprisingly works this time, and Clark looked like he was low-key going for the kill. Misses a pounce on it, but bro just gets violated from this point on. Mid-flight, gets caught in the air by Broly, picks up Buddy on some
arch that fucking back, bro.
slamming Clark on his neck. And I'm watching the screen like, alright bro, like just let the nigga get up. Zack Snyder said, fuck no. My goat is basically dead. Do you see how laid out he looks? Like Fora, it's not that serious, like golly. But she can try that shit on me though. No complaints for me. She goes to kick this boy's body like he was a piece of garbage. Absolute disrespect. Bro pulls up and just air dash Buddy more into the ground. At this point, he's just trying to create a racetrack and decking this nigga for good measure. Fora was on flash timing, sprinting towards Clark, but Clark was like,
there's no way out of this.
Tripping her shit while evading a stomp. Clark was not trying to have any of that smoke. Bro tried to fly away and got caught. They are really jumping bro for defending his mom. Like, huh? Clark face slams Fora and deadass tries to get away for the second time. But Broly was like, where the fuck are you going? Stop running from this ass beating. And all of them are just scrambling on the ground. This level of jumping is nasty work. These Kryptonians jump on every set. Clark is deadass lost on what the fuck he's doing. Bro just defended his mom and Fora like, nah, we need to turn his ass into Swiss cheese. Bro dodges but gets a full palm to the face while getting choked, while blocking a sneak. Clark couldn't let that shit slide and forgot that he had other abilities under his belt. Started spamming the heat vision to get the fuck off. And these army soldiers couldn't be more useless than Yamcha still being on the Z fighters. Like bro really thinks that he's on the team. And they just started spraying, catching Clark on the head, picks up a truck and chucks it at them. This is the face of a man who knows that his entire career is beyond cooked. One of the army guys falls out and you know Clark had to pull up with the sauce. Had to show these people that he's friendly. Dashes and saves bro from seeing the pearly gates. Stop shooting at me, please. And before bro could even respond, Broly pulled an insane sneak on Clark, blowing him back. Pause. Fora peeps at the army soldiers and what can I really say, man? It's just grade A violation. Each punch thrown is instant permadeath. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Their brains are definitely turning to mac and cheese after that. Clark zooms in, gives two good punches and gets locked in. Broly pulls one of his signature moves, called slamming a nigga, and does exactly that, but Clark dodged the final attack. And let's look at Buddy over here. Bro pulls out the Uzi and just started spraying. Now clearly us the audience see that it wouldn't do anything. After that didn't work, this nigga pulled out a pistol acting like it was gonna do plus 20 damage. Like what the fuck? Bro looks at his gun like damn, that shit didn't work after all. Like no duh dummy. We go back to Clark and he bum rushes Broly. Bro is no longer fucking around. Gives him a 4-piece Burger King special. Does an insane turnaround grab. Clark then tells Broly if he's ever seen Thomas the Train. Then proceeds to clock Buddy all the way over to the train yard. Got that nigga up out of here. Buddy ends up pulling out a knife and I'm just like bro, just let the shit go bro. Ford decided to troll him and pulled out her knife. She got a good maybe 3 extra inches on that bitch. Bro is definitely getting poked. Before she was gonna turn my mans into a British stab victim, Clark instantly dropped on her so bad, I almost felt sorry with how she got done right here. Knocked the fucking wind out of her, she could barely even stand up. Before Clark was gonna send her ass to the Shadow Realm, Broly throws the train back at Clark. Told bro,
if you don't get that bullshit out of my face, bitch.
Fora thought that she had so much aura. Tried one hand blocking the missile, but gets packed up immediately. Broly taking her back to the ship after taking that fat ass L. Clark was really owning these frauds. So Clark and the gang devise a plan on taking out the world engine to stop the Kryptonians from terraforming the Earth into becoming a Krypton. Essentially creating a black hole with the space pod that he arrived in and the ship that is powering Zod's ship. One's already landed in Metropolis and bodies are gonna start piling. Superman already knew that he had to go take it out cause who else is gonna do it, duh. I know Zod was pissed after Superman shoulder checked him out of the screen. Hell, I'd be mad as a bitch too. That's tough. Lois says that him being next to the world engine could possibly weaken him with this being a dangerous task. And Clark was like,
shut the fuck up.
Telling her to step back from the amount of aura he has to launch it off in the air. That's my guy. That's my guy. Getting this clean shot of him getting that Sunny D. Pause. And flying back down and already getting his ass kicked. And not a finger was laid. Entering to the smoke and he's already losing HP just by being in the area. Someone tell my boy Clark to lay off the vape. That shit is not worth it. Getting a height advantage to seeing this thing attacking Clark with him weaving out of the way. Getting a good look in again, trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, and weaves again. If I seen some tentacles trying to push a fade with me, like hell no, I'm not part of this weird ass hentai fantasy. I'm sorry. Even the military are having trouble finding the world engine and making shit even worse for the civilians in Metropolis. This thing's gravity is literally forcing missiles into the streets. Sent these poor people into the netherrealm. Pull back, my nigga. Pull back. Superman is not having much luck either, trying to outfight the engine and gets grabbed. Pulled down with him breaking free in the most Superman way possible and punching it. But not gonna lie, you're gonna have to hurry up, my boy. People already dropping like flies and you're just taking your sweet ass time. I swear I'm not gonna try and make a joke about this, but the destruction of Metropolis was like 9/11 times 100. Snyder wanted to make sure the stakes were high in this bitch. Another clean shot of Superman zooming around in the smoothest way possible and gets grabbed again. Brought up into the sky for him to inhale as much smoke as possible. This thing really wants to put Clark on those old 2007 commercials where they tell you the consequences of smoking and whipping him into the literal gravitational force of the engine. This is where real niggas are made. With so much weight, no rod wave pushing down on him with his hand rising up and slowly trying his best to stand. Like, look at the peakness of this scene. That is aura. The literal symbol of hope, using everything to still look up. This shot was so controversial that people legit thought that Snyder CGI'd Christopher Reeve's face onto Henry's, but that was debunked many times by Snyder. It just goes to show that Henry was literally born to play this nigga. And he launches off in the air, flying towards the source, screaming pure rage and taking out the world engine.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
I don't know anyone who can honestly hate on that scene. That shit was pure Superman moment. I really don't give a fuck. As we get back to Zod, he's hot on the gang's trail. And he looks way too pissed off, telling the ship to disconnect him out of the lobby. Y'all fucking up my plans way too much. And in a split second, Superman flies in, breaking through the ship and causing him to miss his aim. Coming back up with his heat vision. I know Zod thinking it really be your own people just constantly fucking shit up.
Like, are you serious? You really gonna do this to me, my nigga?
Again, that's tough. Zod panics and tells Clark that if he destroys this ship, you destroy Krypton.
I am very sorry and I apologize for the inconvenience of me not keeping up.
And begins lasering the ship and causing it to crash into more buildings, making this way worse than the Battle for New York in the Avengers movie. As Fayor is trying to have a moment like Darth Vader, you will never be like my goat. Dr. Hamilton managed to put the chip in the right place, activating the pod, while ejecting Lois out of the aircraft. I really don't know how she began herself in these situations, but hey, as long as Joker don't catch her. Oops. The head of military guy directs the aircraft into the world engine, causing everyone to get sucked into the Phantom Zone, which is tough because they won't get to experience GTA 6. Lois is falling out of the sky, instantly zooming in and catching her, but quickly realizing that there's levels to this flying shit, screaming like he's Goku and outflying the black hole while the world engine combusted on itself. Now this part of the movie I genuinely didn't get as Clark and Lois start making out, not only in the midst of battle but also on top of piles of dead bodies. This scene was extremely dumb as fuck, but we're just gonna keep going. Fight night is about to happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
As Clark floats over to Zod and Metropolis just looks like a wasteland. From this shot alone, you would think this bullshit is something out of Mad Max. And this isn't even the worst part of the destruction that is about to occur. Zod shows his hand of dust, blaming Clark for ruining his plans to bring back Krypton, acting like that probably wasn't a family of 5 that just got eviscerated. And Zod starts talking his shit. You ruined my plans. You're a bitch. Destroyed the chance to revive our people. You're a bitch. Fucked up my whip. You're a bitch. The only saving grace is that you're a Kryptonian. You're chilling. You're good. But other than that, you're a bitch. And Clark absolutely does not give 2 fucks. I don't even think this nigga even registered on what he was monologuing about. Without hesitation, Zod shoulder checks Clark, making his body looking like a rock skipping across water. Zod starts threatening Clark, saying that he's gonna start offing all of humanity one by one. But my goat said, fuck all what you just said. Let's run this shit, nigga. Both charge in, making a collision, with Clark being pushed back with Zod following. Not gonna lie, Clark, I fuck with you. You my goat. I love you. But you can't talk shit and getting pushed back like this in the beginning of a match, my guy. Zod hops in and something starts happening. Clark either thinking he's lost his fucking mind or he's getting off them perks.
Hey, where's the problem, man? I'm speeding on these perks like I'm a leather, man.
But he was very wrong. Busting out the heat vision in 3 different angles. The glaze is insane for the camera work. Proceeds to laser the entire building, causing it to collapse on itself and dip the fuck out. Clark knew what time it was and flew out that bitch, hauling out but quickly lost control, making him run into some cars and crash into a parking garage. Oh my god, this nigga might actually suck. As he nonchalantly walks out, Zod drops down and kicks an oil truck towards Clark. Now, I still remember how controversial this specific scene was, because instead of merely stopping it, or I don't know, moving it out of the way, he simply just jumps over it and within seconds exploding, which probably killed 20 or 30 people in there. I get that he's new to the superhero shit, but bro, wait, imagine you're a civilian like this. You see that oil tank and be like, hey guys, don't worry, this guy's gonna save us.
Fuck you, bitch!
Wait, what the fuck? As Clark turns around looking at the destruction he could have easily prevented, Zod pulls up in the most sauciest sneak of all time. He didn't even have to do my goat like this whatsoever. Block, 1, 2, and huss! Clark looks up with Zod trying to take his head clean off with the good weed. Huss! These niggas are throwing some elite hands, linking across with a fist to mouth. But before Clark had a chance to do another dose of CTE, a car just randomly lands on top of him, giving Zod the opportunity to Sparta kicking him away, leaving my boy on the ground like this. Damn, this nigga low-key cooking my shit. You damn right, player. Zod leaping, hitting him with the side and Kazu uppercut, sending Clark flying upwards into the sky, giving him that Smash Bros. Exit screen effect. Zod talks even more shit, saying that either you gonna kill me or I kill you. Now we can do this the easy way or the hard way.
The charge is yours.
Super jumping onto the building, essentially quote-unquote super crawling, I guess, I don't know, shit look kind of weird, towards Clark. And he knew this nigga had to go, and instantly flew down, causing windows to shatter with both of them clashing into each other, which is causing more destruction. Like, god damn, bro, you just really don't give a fuck, don't you? Sending Zod flying to the construction site with Clark closely following, and him busting to the ground. Now, can you guys point to where Zod is hiding? Popping out with the metal beam, but Clark easily uses his heat vision just to still get smacked out of the screen. Zod had enough playing games, telling this man that he ain't playing that farm boy shit here, bro. Me? I'm a warrior. Ripping his armor with pure gravity and lifts up into the air trying to act like my chosen one. I am the Super Saiyan, Son Goku! Clark looking up in complete disbelief and instantly blitzed him in the air. This nigga just got the power to fly and didn't even give him a chance to breathe. Going up in the air with the headbutt from Zod and kicking him away. Leading with Clark weaving, reversing to Zod weaving. And holy shit, this is looking like a full-on DBZ fight. Clark blocking and kicking him off, followed with the flying a bit closer and I know that aired Zod's chest and stomach, so he decided to run away playing that hide-and-go-seek. Nearly late 50 to early 60-year-old man, by the way. Clark was speed chasing through the city with him immediately pumping the brakes around the corner. Where did he go? I don't know.
Where are you, my nigga? Where are you?
Tossing his ass into a building with Clark getting his look back and making sure every follicle of glass is in this man's eyes. Lines up for a perfect setup to get punched, to get caught, and met with a vicious uppercut. And if y'all seen Incredibles, which I know most of y'all likely have, there's a reason Edna said no capes. After that Cosby uppercut, Zod grabs my goat's cape and starts playing Ring Around the Rosie and yeeting him into more buildings. Like, look at how fast he's rolling. And before some of y'all say, oh, how come you didn't take the fight elsewhere in space? Well, here's your answer. Zod catches him and they're wrestling in space as Clark throws him towards a satellite. Zooms in with Zod dropping the same satellite on top of Clark to busting through it and flying right back down to Earth. No matter what this nigga tried to do or how he could outmaneuver the fight elsewhere, it wasn't going to work. Zod wanted to cause as much destruction as possible with putting Clark in the middle of it. Crashing back down to Metropolis with both of them landing in some kind of monument and Clark slamming his head down twice. Holy shit. Getting him into a headlock and Zod gives this man an ultimatum. Either you kill me or watch his family get turned into the city's already established ashes, and ulting his heat vision towards the family. Clark is begging this man, and I mean begging, for him to stop over and over again. But it's clearly not working. All I gotta say is, Clark, off that nigga. Hey guys, so if you made it to the end of this video, please go follow my Instagram as I do a lot of updates for smaller videos, polls where you get to choose on what smaller videos you guys want to see, as well as me posting inspirational content for those who may be going through a tough time. Trust me, I know how life can be. I'm always here for you guys. Other than that, I am leaving most of the voting for bigger videos on YouTube. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.